we will watch one more video.
If you're starting a YouTube channel...
Alright, so we're watching Don't Tell Anyone About Your YouTube Channel. This is supposed to help us grow our YouTube channel. Apparently, I'm not supposed to tell any of you about my YouTube channel, but I feel like you could find it if you really tried.
I'm going to show you the one mistake that I see so many people making that prevents new channels from getting off the ground before they even have a chance to succeed. Because if you make this mistake in the first 30 days of your YouTube channel, you could be stuck at under 1,000 subscribers, and you could struggle to get views for months, watching other channels in your niche blow past you, while your YouTube algorithm gets completely confused about who your audience should be. My name is Matt Parr. I've grown over a dozen successful YouTube channels, but more importantly, I've also analyzed hundreds of different channels over the years, and I've discovered something shocking. There's one mistake that can set your channel back by months. This video is specifically for you if you've started a YouTube channel and you've uploaded
I have started a YouTube channel.
1 to 5 videos with disappointing results, and you're tempted to share your channel with friends or family, and you want to build a real business and not just a hobby channel. Here's a mistake that hurts a lot of channels. The moment people share their first video, they immediately share it with friends, family, and their social media followers. They post it on Facebook, send links to their relatives, text their coworkers, and ask
I do post on YouTube. It's Wifionmars. I believe it's the same. Yeah, it should be the same. Should be the same same name. This is channel. Yeah, you cannot read that. It says Wi-Fi on Mars. Exactly how the stream is. I have a few videos on there. I don't know how many I have right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I have 11 videos right now. Hell yeah, thank you, Zeke. Yeah, stay tuned for those videos. I have multiple channels, so I'm going to be doing reaction videos, post those, gaming videos. I don't think I'm going to really be streaming as much. I'm mainly going to be streaming for the content that I get from it. I'm like YouTube first kind of person. So, probably be on YouTube more. But yeah, stay tuned for videos on there, and then I'll also be streaming every once in a while if you ever catch me.
Everybody they know to subscribe and watch. Now this seems logical, right? You need views to grow, and you want support from people who care about you. So it feels natural to reach out to the people closest to you. But here's what most people don't know. This single action can poison your channel's data and confuse YouTube's algorithm for months. Let me show you exactly why this destroys your channel's potential, and trust me, once you understand the math behind this, you will never want to make this.
That does make sense though, because I've had honestly 15 YouTube channels over my entire life. I don't know how old I was when I made my first video, but let's just say I was 12. I've been making videos since I was 12. Obviously they were completely terrible and you could barely actually see the video. Every time I would share it with my friends, so I wonder if maybe that's why some of my videos never did as well.
Mistake. YouTube's algorithm is incredibly sophisticated. We're talking one of the most advanced AI systems in the world. So when you upload a video, YouTube doesn't just want to show that video to random people. Instead, from my experience, I believe your videos go through what I like to call a 4-phase learning process. In the first phase, which happens in the first 24 to 48 hours, YouTube shows your videos to a small test audience. This is based off your thumbnail, title, description, and also your tags. And during this first phase, they're
So if the 24 through 48 hour period is the first phase, I wonder if that's why you see so many people have the same thumbnails and stuff like that. Maybe having those puts you automatically in a better field of people that will watch.
Measuring dozens of different data points, including click-through rates, watch time, and engagement patterns. Think of this.
I think I have a decent, not view, what people view, but I think I have a decent amount of people that click on the video, but actual, watching my full video, I think is pretty damn low. I haven't looked on studios yet, so I'll have to look at that.
This as YouTube's way of asking, is this content any good? And then in phase 2, which happens in week 1 to 2, if the initial test goes well, YouTube will start showing your videos to a slightly broader audience, an audience with similar interests, and they're refining their understanding of who is most likely to like your content.
Okay, so the first people that watch your video are kind of the most crucial people that watch your video, because let's say I post a food video and it reaches somebody that likes hunting. My video probably won't enter phase 2, and I'll just be in phase 1. So if I have phase 1 where I make a cooking video and it hits a few people that like to cook as well, then I enter phase 2, or to go on to more people that are like to cook food.
This is where YouTube starts to figure out, okay, this content works, but who exactly is it for? Phase 3 then happens in weeks 3 to 4. And this is where YouTube starts to get really sophisticated. Then they start showing your video to people with very specific viewing patterns and interests. And this is where the magic happens, because they're finding your true fans, people who will watch your content religiously and become part of your evergreen audience. And
you know, they did that for me with Joe Bart, and it worked. I watch him all the time.
then finally, in phase 4, which is an ongoing phase, your video gets recommended on YouTube alongside similar content and shown to people with a proven interest in your niche. This is where YouTube helps your content automatically reach the right audience. And more importantly, this is where you start seeing that beautiful organic growth that every YouTuber dreams of. But here's the most critical part. And honestly, most people completely destroy their chances of YouTube success right here. When you share your video with your personal network, you're essentially breaking this entire learning process. What I mean by this is that when you upload a video, obviously you want that video to get views, you naturally start thinking of sharing your videos with friends and family. But let me tell you something. As soon as you do this, you're going to completely destroy that video's metrics. Let me give you a concrete example of how this works mathematically. Let's say you create a faceless channel about cryptocurrency investing. Your ideal audience is, say, people from 25 to 45 who are interested in financial education and have disposable income to invest. Now, if you share your crypto video with 100 people from your personal network, and this doesn't mean you have to have 100 friends, let's say you post it on your personal Facebook or your personal Instagram or something like that, and you get 100 views from that, and maybe you think some of those views are actually interested in crypto content, which a couple might be. Here's what actually happens. About 20 people will actually watch out of politeness, giving you a 20% click-through rate, which actually sounds pretty good, right? However, click-through rate is not the only thing you need, and click-through rate when it's coming from an external source does not matter nearly as much. You see, those 20 friends or family members will probably watch your video for an average of 30 seconds for an 8 to 10 minute video. That's barely even a 10% audience retention.
Damn. I know that's true too. My friends will watch. Though I've noticed that this is how it works for like my friends, is when I make a video, if they're in the video, they'll watch the whole video. If they're not in the video, then they'll watch like part of it, maybe half, unless they're like true people that actually do enjoy it. Like maybe my cousin, maybe he watches all of it. I don't know.
Retention rate, which is absolutely terrible. And of course, barely anyone would subscribe because they're probably not even interested in cryptocurrency. And then YouTube sees this data, and what is YouTube logically going to think? They're gonna say, we shared this crypto video with 100 people, but we got a terrible audience retention. Maybe the content's not engaging, or maybe we're not showing the content to the right people. But now compare that to when you let YouTube.
I don't think I have the energy that Joe does, but you know, maybe that's something that just comes with it. Maybe just down the road, you just get more into it.
Find your viewers organically. If you let YouTube show your videos to 100 people, which it will, YouTube will test your content to specific audiences if you put the right title, description, and tags on it. And most likely, if you do this the right way, they're gonna show your video to people who are actually interested in crypto content. Let's say only 8 people click though, so you only have like an 8% click-through rate. It is a lot lower, however, that's an 8% click-through rate on the actual platform of YouTube. And then let's say those 8 people watch for an average of 4 minutes on an 8-minute video. That's a 50% audience retention, which is amazing. And 3 of those people actually subscribed because they're genuinely interested in the content. YouTube sees this second scenario and they think, wait a second, this video actually is doing good to people who are interested in crypto and finance. Let's show it to more people like that. And the difference is night and day. In the first scenario, you taught YouTube that your content doesn't work. In the second scenario, you let YouTube discover that your content works amazingly well, but only.
Basically what he's saying is put all of your faith into the YouTube algorithm, which is that's so different than like other algorithms. Other algorithms are like you have to fit an algorithm, but like as long as you have a niche thing, eventually you'll find your niche audience. I wonder what my audience is.
To the right audience. Now here's where this gets incredibly expensive in terms of your time and potential revenue. Let's look at what happens in the course of several months. In the first few weeks, if you've polluted your content by sharing it with friends and family, YouTube will then keep showing your video to random audiences who aren't interested. Let's say your average retention stays around 15%, you get maybe 500 monthly views and gain 5 subscribers, of which maybe not all of them are even interested in your content. And even after a few months, YouTube is still confused about who the right audience for your content should be. Now your retention just might improve slightly to 20%, because at this point YouTube might be starting to figure out who the right audience is, but it's happening by accident. Let's say you're getting 1,200 monthly views and you've gained maybe 12 new subscribers. You're probably thinking about quitting at this point because the growth is so slow. And I've seen a lot of people give up at this point, especially if they invested time and money and they didn't see any returns. And the worst part is they didn't see returns because of a mistake that they made themselves, but they might not even know it. Let me elaborate a little bit. See, if you had let YouTube find your audience naturally, those first few weeks...
What are the odds this guy works for YouTube? I honestly think that there is a 78% chance he works for YouTube. Because right now he is telling me to fully believe in YouTube, nothing else. He's not talking about content, anything. He's a YouTube secret agent. Exactly, Zeke. He is a YouTube secret agent posting a video to make more people post into the abyss.
Would look completely different. YouTube would show your videos to genuinely interested audiences, your retention would be significantly higher, and of course you'd be getting way more views. The subscriber count would have increased relatively quickly, and you wouldn't be giving up. That sounds a lot better, right? And within 3 months of letting YouTube do its own job, the algorithm would understand your audience perfectly. Let's say your retention stays at around 50% if you're doing things the right way, which I can teach you how to do. Let's say you're getting 12 to 15,000 views a month and a good number of new subscribers. In simple words, you would be well on your way to building a real business with YouTube. So the channel with clean data that does this the right way could reach 1,000 subscribers in 3 to 4 months. The channel with polluted data, on the other hand, might take a year or more to reach that if they don't give up first. Now you might be thinking, Matt, why would YouTube care about helping me succeed? The answer is that YouTube actually wants your videos to succeed, because why wouldn't they? When people watch videos they love, they stay on the platform longer. The longer they stay on the platform, the more money YouTube makes from ads. And YouTube has invested billions of dollars in the most advanced AI systems in the world, and they can analyze millions of data points to find the exact people who are most likely to love your content. They can identify patterns in viewing behavior that would have taken you years to find out manually, if you ever found them at all. The truth is, YouTube is way better at finding your ideal audience than you are, but they do need clean, accurate data to work with. When you pollute that data with viewers who are never going to be interested in your content in the first place, then you're essentially sabotaging.
So essentially, in order to make your account or your channel blow up, let's say, or at least increase. So it's like I have like 100 subscribers and I want to get to 10K by the end of the year. The best way to do that is to not tell a single person about it and just let YouTube algorithm do its thing. So then if somebody sees me recording, they'll be like, hey, what's your YouTube channel? Am I supposed to just not tell them I have a YouTube channel because it's going to corrupt my data? I don't know.
Their ability to do so. Now, this doesn't just affect your views and subscribers either. It directly impacts how much money you can potentially make from your channel. And the numbers are shocking. Let's say you're getting 10,000 monthly views on your channel, and if you have the wrong audience watching your videos, your CPM could only be $3 per 1,000 views, because your audience has no specific interests that advertisers can target. Plus, if you're trying to sell a product or a service like I recommend doing, your conversion rate might be 0.1% or less, because people aren't actually interested in your topic. So your total monthly revenue in that case is $50 a month or less, which is disappointing if you're putting a lot of time into building a YouTube channel. But if you have the right audience watching those same exact 10,000 views a month, you could get a $15 CPM because your audience is highly interested in your niche and advertisers can target them correctly. That's $150 in ad revenue right there. And let's say your conversion rate then jumps up to 2% for affiliate products you're promoting because people are genuinely interested. Your total monthly revenue.
Do you think that that plays a role into the people that they're advertising to. Like somebody like Marlon would say, if Marlon was promoting something, do you think he would be more tapered to promoting something of like good skin, like, you know, stuff? Because like I think majority of his like popularity comes from him being like a better looking guy. I wonder if like that's though, like want to do more things like that, and then like the other people, they'd be like, oh, you know, gambling and stuff like that. I wonder.
It could be $500 or more. Same number of views, 10 times the revenue, just because you have the right audience watching your content. Now, this doesn't mean if you don't share your content, you'll instantly make thousands of dollars. I can't guarantee you'll make any money at all, obviously, but this is exactly what I'm doing on all of my channels that I start. I never share them with family or friends. And as part of the reason, I don't share a lot of my channels publicly either. So instead of forcing views through your personal network, you need to optimize your content to be targeted to the right audience. Use the exact keywords that your viewers are actually searching for. Create thumbnails that your audience actually wants to click on, and you do this by modeling what's already worked on YouTube. And then the hardest part, resist the temptation to share it with friends and family. Upload your video and then let YouTube's system do the rest. Trust me, patience here will pay off exponentially later. And then after a couple weeks, you can look at your analytics to see if YouTube is finding your right audience. Your average view duration should be at least 35% in most niches if you're producing 8 to 10 minute videos. Your click-through rate from YouTube recommendations should be around 4% or more for most niches. And the comments you get on your videos should actually be related to your topic. And by the way, if you want to put really good metadata on your videos without having to do tons of research or anything like that, you can use the TubeMagic Warp upload feature to upload your videos, and then use TubeMagic to automatically generate a great title, description, and tags that will make your videos optimized to find the right audience the right way. Now, there is one exception to this rule, and I want to be really clear about this. If somebody in your personal network is genuinely a part of your target audience, then sharing it to them can actually help. For example, if you're making videos about cryptocurrency, and let's say your brother is actively trading crypto and genuinely interested in learning more about it, then sharing your video to him makes perfect sense. But you need to be brutally honest with yourself here. What percentage of your personal network actually matches your target audience?
So I need to look at all my friends, put them in a list, get a giant whiteboard, and put their names down, and each person I have to identify whether or not I fit their criteria. I think that's a great idea. I'm going to buy a whiteboard.
In my experience, if you have a bunch of random friends and family, it's usually less than 5%. So the math just doesn't work out in your favor if you're sharing it with your entire personal network. So now that you understand that sharing your videos with friends and family will severely hurt your channel in most cases, you might be asking then, how do I take this channel and implement a few different algorithm hacks to blow up this channel to being huge, like I see so many other huge channels are able to do? Well, there's a new really powerful algorithm growth hack that I've barely talked about online before, but I have a completely free training that you can check out next to me right here.
Brother, he is trying to get us to go into
And as part of secret number 2 in this training, I'm gonna show you this algorithm growth hack that not only can turbocharge your growth like crazy and turn one view into multiple views, but it can also allow you to potentially
Yeah, he's just trying to get us to buy a course. W video, though, I think I'm definitely going to take some of those things into an account, and maybe we can become famous within the next 6 months. If we really try.